I had 7 slices of pizza last night. This morning, I'm still 11% body fat. Most men spend their entire lives blaming food. Pizza, wine, burgers, ice cream. But food is not the problem. The real problem is that most men only know how to lose fat between Monday to Thursday. Then Friday hits. Family dinners, travel, barbecues, and you lose control. You get the Monday guilt. Suddenly you feel like you're restarting every single Monday. That is how you spend years losing the same 10 kilos over and over again. Today I'll show you the simple 3-step navigation system that lets you get lean without sacrificing all the foods you love and the memories that make life fun. Step 1, the breakthrough. The first step is a mental shift that every man has to make if he wants to get lean fast without giving up his life. The reason I can eat 7 slices of pizza and still wake up at 11% body fat with some nice abs is not because I have some perfect meal plan, some AI diet that works extremely well, or because I just train harder than you. It is because I stopped treating pizza, travel, and weekends like they were the enemy. When I first got into fitness, I thought I was doing everything right. From Monday to Thursdays, I was dialed in. I was locked. I would eat very clean meals. I would have these chicken taco wraps that worked really well. I would have protein smoothies, no sugar. I would train 3 times per week in the gym and have really good sessions. And I would go to bed early by 9 p.m. But then the weekends came. And it was always either family barbecues, birthday events, friends over with beers and food on the table. And I'd go with it because that's what you do. You want to enjoy it. You want to be present with the people you're with. No one wants to be the weird guy eating salad while everyone else is having fun with beers and pizza. But here's the interesting part. Before I got serious with my fitness journey, I never saw those things as a problem. But the moment I started getting serious about my body transformation and I saw what real consistency did for my results, those weekends started to feel like they were working against me. I became more aware of the damage. I couldn't help but notice how much I was slipping. I was shocked when I found out there was 500 calories in just a handful of cashews. I was shocked when I noticed how I would feel and how bad my sleep would be the next day after a night of drinking. I was shocked how I suddenly started skipping the gym for 4 days because of these social events. And the more I learned, the more I realized how blind I'd been. Suddenly, every weekend felt like a blind spot. Every night started to feel like a test. Every meal started feeling like a risk. I didn't know exactly how many calories I was eating. I knew it wasn't great, but these events, they just kept happening every single week because that's just life. We are social creatures. Birthdays don't stop, barbecues don't stop, family dinners definitely don't stop. And this wasn't just the weekends. It started happening during the week too. So I started to try overcompensating with things like walking on a treadmill for 45 minutes every morning or eating only salads the day after. Undo the damage. I even tried avoiding these events altogether and I slowly got stuck between 2 extremes. Either accept that I was never gonna get lean because this was just a part of my life, or saying no to everything and then fall apart a few weeks later. And neither worked because they were the wrong answer. The breakthrough for me wasn't learning how to avoid pizza. It was realizing I had to learn how to navigate it. It was realizing that pizza, holidays, travel, and fun family dinners were never gonna go away. That's life. So instead of trying to cut out your social life, something that is considered culture and connection, learn how to navigate them. The goal is not to build a life where you feel like a slave to your freaking gym and diet. The goal is to make fitness a lifestyle where you can still look like a movie star and let your body enhance these moments. Because that's what I felt it did for me, without feeling like you're missing out on something. That is the first transition I had to make to get lean and actually keep it. So stop asking yourself, how do I avoid these foods? And start asking, how do I stay in control around them? And that is where the navigation system comes in. And in step 2 right now, I'm going to show you how to start doing that. Step 2, create room before the weekend. This one principle is why I can eat 7 slices of pizza and wake up the next morning still lean. And once you understand it, you'll never stress about another family gathering again. The concept is simple. If you know an event is coming, a big dinner, a work event, a birthday, you manage it before it happens, not the day after, before. So here's exactly how it works. Let's say you're the average 42-year-old man, around 185 75 pounds. You need to eat roughly 2,500 calories per day just to maintain your weight. And by the way, if you don't know your daily calorie number, go to the Harris Benedict calculator right now. You just need to plug your height, your weight, your age, and your activity level, and it gives you your number in 2 minutes. I'll link it in the description. Now, back to the example. Let's say the event is a Saturday night, all right? I've had many of those. You have 4 slices of pizza, 2 glasses of wine, and a bowl of ice cream. That's roughly 1,800 calories just from that dinner. In isolation, that's not a disaster. But here's what usually happens. Most men consume too many calories before these events. An example could be you have some eggs, and then a nice avocado toast, maybe a protein bar, and then just a handful of cashews. Doesn't seem much, right? And you're so focused on what's coming that night, so you don't even realize you've already eaten 1,500 calories before you even sit down at the table. So now with the event, with the pizza, the wine, and the ice cream, you're at 3,300 calories for the day. That's 800 calories over your maintenance. That goes straight here. And that's why you start feeling guilty and you tell yourself, I'm going to start again on Monday. But here's how to avoid that scenario completely. You fast in the morning, just have black coffee until 12 or 1 p.m. That's it. Then you have one high protein lunch. That could be a 4-egg omelette with 100 grams of ham. That's already 60 grams of protein right there. Then combine that with a Greek yogurt bowl with around 150 grams of Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of protein powder, and some frozen berries. That's another 40 grams of protein. That's 100 grams of protein in one lunch and just 700 calories. So now you've hit almost your entire protein target for the day in just one meal. That takes, by the way, just 10 minutes, and you've only eaten 700 calories. And here's why this is a game changer. If your daily calorie maintenance is 2,500 calories for the day, right? And you minus 700 from the lunch, that is the eggs and the Greek yogurt. Now you've got 1,800 calories left to use for your event. You can sit down at the dinner, you have the 4 slices of pizza, the 2 glasses of wine, the bowl of ice cream, the full 1,800 calories, the full rampage, okay? And at the end of the day, you're still at 2,500 calories. That's perfect. Same day, but completely different outcome. You didn't even need to spend more than 10 minutes in the kitchen. Your busy lifestyle and social events are not the problem. And this is exactly what I did with my client Derek, who is a CEO. He eats out several times a week at client dinners, so we just built his week around this one principle. And it was one of the principles that helped him lose 19 pounds in just 3.5 months and not skip a single dinner. Prepared men enjoy the food. Reactive men restart every Monday. Step 3, find your blind spots. Have you ever looked at your week and generally felt like you ate pretty well, but the scale didn't move? Or maybe you're the other guy who honestly doesn't eat much, yet somehow that last layer of irritating belly fat won't go away. If that's you, I need you to listen closely to this next part, because this is not a discipline or motivation problem. I had this exact problem. This is a very specific problem that only exists for busy men like you. And it's usually completely hidden, which makes it so hard to fix on your own. And after helping hundreds of busy men, a very big misconception I've picked upon is believing that one bad meal will ruin your week. That 7 slices of pizza will make you fat. It's not true. And we already covered that in step 1 and 2. The real problem is blind spots during your week. The collection of what happens several times. And more importantly, mistakes during your week that you're not even aware of. Let me give you an example. I had a client and an executive who traveled up to 3 times a month for work. And before he started working with me, he generally told me and felt like he was eating well. And he wasn't lying. He was eating lots of fruit, egg omelets, ordered lots of organic meat when he was at home from the farmer's market. But when he started traveling, everything broke down without him even realizing it. He would always grab a combination of a protein bar to get his protein in, and 2 packs of cashew nuts, around 50 grams each, just to get through the day. He wasn't even thinking about it. It was just a habit, an unconscious snacking habit on autopilot. But here's what that actually added up to. 2 packs of cashews alone is 600 calories. The protein bar, another 250 calories. And most protein bars are loaded with refined sugar, which was spiking his insulin, causing energy crashes later in the day that he never understood before he came to us. That was another story. This executive was eating over 850 calories in under 10 minutes in snacks alone before a single proper meal. And he had been doing this for over 3 or 4 years without ever seeing it. We found that within just 7 days of working together. Here's how. I asked him to just do one simple thing for me. Send me a photo of everything you're eating for the next 7 days. Every meal, every snack, everything. I don't care. And that's when it all became visible. The fruit bowls, which were great. The egg omelets, which were great. The clean, home-cooked meals, which were great, all showed up on my WhatsApp. But so did the protein bars, the cashews, and a lot of other unconscious snacking habits on travel days that he had never registered once as a problem. This is what I call the busy memory gap. The meals you remember are usually the ones that felt like a decision, but the meals you forget are the ones that happen when you are tired, busy, overwhelmed, or just emotionally drained. Very popular for high performers, usually at airports, between meetings, late nights. I could go on and on. It's an incredibly popular problem if you have a demanding career or just deal with stress. So you're not failing because of one bad meal. You're failing because of patterns you can't see. The fastest way to eliminate guesswork is to make your week visible. So I always get my clients to send me pictures of what we're eating, not just for accountability, but to recognize patterns fast. And that is very powerful. That is what allows you to move with speed. This is how we get men like Craig to lose 25 pounds in 3 weeks, or Gordon to break a 20-year-old fat loss plateau in a matter of weeks, or Ryan to get abs for summer with his wife. This is a very effective strategy you can apply right now after this video, and I encourage you to do a 7-day picture challenge. Just take a picture of everything you're eating for just 7 days and analyze it on a Sunday for 5 minutes. And I guarantee you'll be shocked to see what you find. What I see is most men will spend 3 to 5 years in this loop where they're trying, they're falling off, they're restarting on Monday, they're blaming the weekend, and then they have periods where they're doing very well, and then they have like these pendulums where everything falls apart. Kind of just repeating the same cycle over and over again. And that is the cost of not having this navigation system. The men who stay lean for life don't avoid life's best moments. I can't imagine a life without pizza, wine, and some of the best moments in my life are in these social environments with family and friends. So I had to learn how to navigate them. These 3 steps are part of a much bigger system. A system that has helped hundreds of busy, high-achieving men get lean while still enjoying their food, their travel, their family dinners, and their busy life. It's the same fitness approach that I've used for over 8 years now because I don't feel like I'm on a diet. And I only work out 3 times per week. And it works even better for the men I coach. Everything I've shared today is free. You can apply these exact 3 steps today. Just apply them starting tonight, and I guarantee you'll start feeling more in control. But if you're someone who wants to just eliminate the guesswork completely, you want to move fast, you want to fast track your results to get a body that makes you feel confident into every room you walk into, then you can apply for my one-to-one coaching below. We'll do a call to audit your situation and find exactly where things are breaking down and map out a clear path so you can build that lean, athletic, muscular body. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you on the other side.